Hello everyone, Silver Conundrum here. Just bringing a small example of a stack to you guys. So I was asked yesterday by a subscriber, his name is Tired of This Crap. He asked me, how did I come up with the name Silver Conundrum? And, well, it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it short and simple. So I started stacking when I was a little kid, and when I started going into a coin shop, I really never knew what I wanted to do. In fact, I really didn't even know what I was doing. My dad was a pretty big guy in the silver community back home, and he would always collect silver certificates, star notes, all kinds of just random currencies, coins, anything that dealt around precious metals or currency. So one day I was walking along a beach after Hurricane Hugo came through, and this little baby right here washed up, and let's see if we can get her to focus in. And I picked it up. I was actually looking for shark's teeth. My dad, however, he was actually looking for all kinds of things. Well, I thought this was a fancy looking rock, and I got ready to throw it back into the ocean. Well, as I got ready to throw this thing back into the ocean, my dad stopped me. He kind of like told me what it was, what he thought it was, and we went and had it checked at the museum, and they confirmed that it was a Spanish piece of 8. So this right here piece holds a very, very, very significant piece of my heart. Seeing how my father's no longer with us, this right here is something that will never be sold. So this right here was the very first piece of silver that I ever collected. Now let's fast forward to the stack that you actually see in front of you. So when I would walk into a store, I would never really have an idea of what I wanted. My dad always told me, buy what you like. So I would always buy quarters, just like little assay pieces. So as you can see, this is actually a little assay piece. And as I got older, there you go, I actually started just adding different little pieces to the stack. And just little random places I would go to, I'd pick things up. And for my birthday, I was always getting little birthday pieces. So this was a birthday piece from 1985. I got one every year of my birthday until my father passed away, as just a way of saying, here you go, stack for your future. And that's pretty much what was on the back. Nothing fancy on them, but that's just what they are. So when I'd walk into a store, sometimes I would just pick up pieces and I'd be like, oh man, that coin's really pretty. And I would pick it up, not knowing really what it was, and it would go home with me. My dad would sometimes cover the difference in the cost, and he would put it in the family safe, and that was that. As I got older and I started having my own job and doing my own thing, he would actually take 10% of my paycheck and he would put it to what he called rent. Well, that rent, he actually started taking and investing it for me into silver. And some of the things that he would invest it into was silver bars. Well, before he passed away, he wound up giving me everything that he has ever purchased for me in my name, and everything that he has ever collected in his life, and it all came to me and it went to my collection. And one day I'm hoping to pass it on to my children. So that's kind of like how I got started into collecting. My dad was a collector. I found my first silver piece and he stopped me from throwing it back into the ocean. And, well, that's that. And the rest is really just history. So, as you can see, this is just the way that things came. So the name Conundrum came from my local coin shop back in the Carolinas. Whenever I'd walk in, he'd always think that he would have me figure it out. So one day he goes, "Boy, you are literally a conundrum on what you buy. I don't know what to stock for you. I don't know what to plan to collect for you so you can buy it." And my dad would just laugh at him. He goes, "Yep, he's just a silver conundrum." And the name kind of stuck in my local coin shop, and all the guys that would always come in there, they'd always punch me in the arm or rub my head or, "Well, how you doing today, Conundrum?" And just one of those little things that, you know, how the old guys do. And that's pretty much what happened. And that is exactly how the name came about. So some of these little pieces you guys have already seen on other channels. Silver Game of Thrones, he collects these. Pretty hard and heavy. These are just absolutely beautiful coins. 5150 shows a lot of these things. I'm trying not to get my face in the camera on the reflection if I can help it. But these coins are absolutely beautiful. There's all kinds of different silvers that you can collect that just comes in a wide variety. You have, like I said, you have constitutional silvers. You have extremely high-end, high premium silver. Let me get this out of the camera. Sorry about that, guys. Then you have your 10-ounce bars, 20-ounce bars. Then you have your beautiful, beautiful little dragon pieces. This right here is by Jaeger. Or, yeah, Jaeger. Little 4-ounce little pour they did. Man, these things are beautiful. Look at the toning on that thing, guys. Sorry, I'm a sucker for toning. And that right there is beautiful. So, back to the stacking part. So, the name Conundrum has always been a thing with me, because it is literally a conundrum on what I'm going to buy. There's a little, what is that, an 87? Yep. That right there, got some pretty blue toning in it. I had to put it in a capsule after I noticed it, just because of what you see on her. She's got some pretty colors in her. So I never really know what I'm going to buy. It's all questionable. It's just whatever I like at the moment, or whatever has a good deal on it, I buy it. If I can get silver at a really, really good spot price, I buy it. And if it's a high premium coin, you better believe I'm going to do my research before I buy it. I do not impulse buy, ever. I'll find a piece, especially like the ones I showcased yesterday, and I will research the dog out of it, man. I have to look. I have to. Because if I can't find a piece that is cheap enough to buy, then I leave it alone. This right here is from MK Bars, man. This right here little piece, she's a little beauty. I love pours. To me, they're unique. No two are ever the same. They're just beautiful. Sorry if everything's just different. Talking about a whole bunch of different little pieces at one time and trying to show them off to you guys, it's kind of hard to do. Especially when I have my two little ones watching me while I'm doing this, making funny faces at me. So it's kind of interesting to do. Here's another little bar, little President Kennedy, little 1 ounce. Had to put him in a case just because of the toning on it. I love the toning. Sorry, guys. But like I said, the toning is beautiful on this thing. And if I can get it out of the case, I'll show you guys. The face of these things are actually raised. If you guys can actually look at that. That face is actually raised up pretty good. I think this is part of the presidential collection. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of these that I picked up when I was younger, but I have never really collected all of them. I need to get back into finishing out this whole set. So you guys will find out later on. I'm a big collector of sets, and price really is one of those things that's a factor in them. I have to make sure that the sets are worth buying, that they'll gain value. But at the same time, if I like them, I will buy them. Like this little Scottsdale Kit Kat bar. This thing right here, man, let me tell you. When spot price dropped recently to like 13 bucks an ounce. Can't remember where it was on eBay, but eBay actually had them for dirt cheap. And I hit the buy now price and I won. And I couldn't believe it. So that was a pretty good buy for me. Here's something for you guys, an older Atmix bar. That thing's probably at least 10 years old, maybe 11. Don't know for sure. You can see, again, I'm trying not to get my face in there. And here's an older bar for some of you older stackers. This was in my dad's collection. The Hanu, I'm see if I can pronounce this thing correctly. The Hurus. I don't know how you pronounce that thing. But anyway, that's a pretty old bar there. They're no longer in production. But that's the back of them. They're absolutely beautiful. And here's one of my favorite ones, just because I like the way the Buffalo money looks. They're pretty neat. They're unique in all aspects. And I try to keep all my 10-ounce bars in these little capsules. These are actually all from a place called On Fire Guy. They actually have a pretty good price on a lot of their things. So if y'all have a chance, I'd check them out. Got a couple half-ounce pieces in the collection too. Everybody talks about the little half-ounce pieces. But these things right here, I like constitutional silver for that. But then again, I'm a big fan of the Barbers, the Walking Liberties. I just like stuff like this. Coins like these right here, to me, they're just beautiful Americana. They have so many different types of collection on them. And then, like I said, you got your pandas. Everybody knows about pandas. Downside is, when China decided to go from the 31 grams, or sorry, was it? Yeah, 31 grams down to the 30 grams. I kind of lost a little bit of interest in them. So if I get them at a good price, I'll get them. If they're part of a lot on eBay or something, I'll pick them up. So, and then you got your double dragons, which I am a big fan of double dragons. Matter of fact, I'm just a big fan of dragons, period. You guys will notice that later on in some of the coins that I have. You will see that they are slam full of dragons. This is from the Isle of New, and again, as you will see, I have a lot of Isle of New coins. And here's one for you guys. I'm sure you've already seen this one 1,000 times, but you're going to see it 1,001. This right here is the Dragon Phoenix coin. That thing right there is probably one of my favorites. I wished I had one of the misprint ones. It actually has a chip taken out of the center right here somewhere where the die messed up. They're pretty expensive. They carry a pretty high premium. But the Australian money has a pretty decent design every time I turn around. And then this right here is some non-fine mint. A little 100-gram bar. And I will showcase a lot of this stuff off a little bit later on for you guys. But anyway, that's just something to give you guys a little bit of eye candy to look at while we're talking about it. So anyway, now you know a little bit about my history. Now I'm going to teach you guys as much as I can and talk about all the current things in the world that deals in silver. I'm going to do everything I can to teach you guys and talk about and hopefully learn from some of you as much as I can. Oh, sorry. And there's one coin I'm going to show you guys that I was asked to. This is a Canadian maple, old school maple, still in the wrapper from 1989. I was just a little kid then. By little kid, I mean probably about 7 or 8 years old. But you can see this thing's never come out of the wrapper, and it's already starting to get the tarnishing. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I want to take it out of there and just put it in a capsule or leave it in there. Tell me what you guys think. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, subscribe. If not, not a big deal. I just hope you guys get to learn a little bit about me. And if you guys have any channels out there that are informational, I would definitely love to learn about them. I'd love to learn about you, and anything that you have to teach or offer, count me in. Alright guys, I'm going to leave y'all with this right here, this little beauty. Again, like I said, I'm a sucker for toning. Alright guys, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later.